What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna go ahead and work on my 2016 Ram 1500. So for today's video, I just purchased a cheapish eBay bumper. It's an off-road bumper. One thing I do hate about this truck is even though I've got the 35s on there, I've got a 2-inch level on it, my approach angle is like nothing. Plus, another reason why I want to replace the bumper is because if you see right here, it's kind of pushed in a little bit. I've been driving the truck like this for like 2 years. The bumper needed to be replaced, and this is what I had. I mean, I could technically like tie it up to a tree and pull it back out or something, but it was an excuse to get myself an off-road bumper. But yeah, let's talk about the bumper here a little bit. All right, guys, so let's talk about the bumper. Oh, this is called a Hook Road. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And then they've got like a Facebook and Instagram and all that. You can see right there, Hook Road 4x4. I am in no way sponsored or anything by them. I just got on eBay, I was bored, and decided to give this thing a try since it's a fraction of the price of what the other fancier bumpers cost. At the time of making this video, this bumper cost me around $650-ish. So not too bad compared to like, you know, $1,200 plus for just like a standard bumper. So the other cool thing about this is it is a winch bumper as well. So like there's a winch plate right here. It's upside down. Here, let's see if there's a picture of what it looks like. Final product. All right. So that's kind of like what it looks like right there. And that's what it's going to look like on that truck. But hopefully it'll look better on mine just because I've got beefier tires on mine. It does come with those, what's it called? These D-rings right here. So that's those, and it comes with the LED lights. So it's got 4 LED cubes, so that's gonna be on one end, that's gonna be on the other end. And I'm a little disappointed because the ones that go in the center right here, they're supposed to look like that, and they're supposed to mount up to these holes. So this is the centerpiece. These are the pod lights that they sent me, and obviously it's not gonna mount up to those holes. It'll just fall right through. But yeah, I've got the winch plate, got the centerpiece, got the 2 outer pieces, and this thing right here is the bar that goes up top. So it's that bar right there, and I'm guessing it's got mounting brackets for an LED bar if I want to buy an LED bar. Yeah, there is. There's one right there and one right there. As far as quality goes, that's my first disappointment, or those cubes not being the right ones. Also, this, you know, it being a cheaper eBay bumper, you know, made in China, it says all over the box. Where does it say? Made in China. Let's see. Made in China. Yeah, so it's not gonna be as thicker, or I think I'm saying it right, as thick as like your American-made ones. At the end of the day, so this is 9-gauge steel, I believe, according to their description on eBay. So this is 9-gauge steel compared to the other stuff that I was looking at. I think it was yeah, I want to say 11-gauge, but I don't know how to read that. I thought 11-gauge would be less. Yeah, but yeah, it's decent quality. I mean, the winch plate is definitely thicker than the here, let's flip this thing around. Yeah, this thing's heavy. Yeah, the winch plate's definitely thicker than the rest of the pieces. And this is gonna mount straight up to the frame rail. Well, the whole thing's gonna mount up to the frame rails. One thing I do wanna note is my bumper has front sensors on it. I do have them deactivated right now. Well, just a little button inside my truck turned off, just because I put this bull bar on it, and I wasn't thinking right at the time. This bull bar was only like $50 off of eBay, so I got it just so I could put that LED bar. But yeah, because the bull bar's there, I can't really use my front sensors. It always thinks that there's something in front of my truck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some engineering here and possibly go get some drill bits, and probably gonna drill holes and pop the sensors into my new bumper. But yeah, when we get to that point, we'll see what happens. All right, stand by. One thing I did want to note is the weld quality. Now, I'm no welder, but let's see, on the outside, yeah, obviously it looks decent because you can make a crappy weld and then buff it down, but you can see on the inside, they didn't go all the way through with their weld. Or I guess you would say they went all the way through on the front and just sanded it down. But on the back, you can kind of see, I guess it's decent-ish welds. You know, like I said, I'm no welder, but I've seen better weld jobs. Let's see. And then there's some, you know, some scratches here and there, but that's whatever. I could always just like, I mean, it's an off-road bumper, so this thing will probably get roughened up over time anyways. But I could just go over it with some black spray paint, no big deal. Yeah, let's see. And you got the hooks up front. Yeah. All right, guys, so now to begin the install, the first thing we need to do is obviously take this all off. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take this shield off, take the grill off. I don't know if the headlights need to come off. I'm pretty sure they don't. So once we get the grill off, I'm gonna get underneath and then get to our fender liner and then start taking this stuff off, this upper bumper part and then the lower bumper. But before I do the bumper, I guess I have to take off the brush guard here. So yeah, I probably won't get too much into detail as far as explaining how to get this stuff apart. Just have it time-lapsed, so enjoy the time-lapse. All right, guys, so this is where we're at. Rode the struggle bus here a little bit, but we got it off. There's the bumper. Just took the whole assembly off. The brush guard was kind of a pain just because of the this plastic, whatever that is called, air dam, I don't know. But anyways, to get it off, take that plastic piece off, and then there's like two 10 mil bolts. There was an 8 mil. Took the grill off, and then to take this plastic upper bumper piece, there's like a 10 mil in here that you got to loosen up. So you come at it from in here, loosen that up, and just kind of show you what it looks like here. So there's a 10 mil that comes through there, and then you loosen it up. As soon as it's loose, you're gonna pull this bumper down that way so you can slide these out, and then same thing on the other side. And then over here, there's a plastic piece right here. That's this plastic bezel. So this looks like that, basically, right? And you gotta pop that plastic trim out of here. So you gotta pull it out this way towards me. And then to pull it out, you gotta take, I don't know if you can see those tabs, you gotta pull those, like you go in with the screwdriver and you just pry it up. That way that tab comes out of that plastic trim, and then you just pull this out. Yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and take these plastic pieces off. I think this is held with a couple 10 mil or several 10 mil bolts. That center piece, that center plastic piece was also held with some 10 millimeter bolts. You just got to get to it from underneath. They're like right here, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And then to get this bumper off, or the whole bumper assembly, you're gonna get in from underneath the bumper, looking this way. The bumper assembly has, if I can recall, yeah, it's got 3 bolts coming through here. So it's got these 2 and that third one, and then you got to take it off. I want to say these were 21 mil. It was either 21 or 18. Yep, never mind, it's 18. So these 3 bolts on each side of the frame rail, they're 18s. And then, yeah, that's pretty much how you take it off. And then obviously you're gonna have your connectors. There was 2 connectors plugged in. There was this one right here. I think this one is for the sensors. So one of them was for the sensors and the other one's for the fog light. So there's this one. To get this one out, you just push right there, pull out. To get that one out, I don't know if you can see that. There's a red tab right there. You gotta push this red tab up, And then once that red tab's out of the way, there's a plastic tab that you press in and then pull that plug out. Yeah, that's where we're at. I'm kind of in a rush to try to get this done. That's why I'm not making a really detailed video. But I mean, just looking at the truck like this, and you know, that stance, it's looking a lot better considering this only has a 2-inch level on it and 35-inch tires. All right, let's get to work. I'm gonna go ahead and start by putting on the winch plate. Oh, actually, here's a pointer. Since the instructions aren't the greatest, I mean, it's got pictures for us, but really there's nothing to read. I went ahead and I separated all the hardware just so you can get a feel for, you know, so like if you look at a picture and it says use 4 of these or 6 of these, you'll know which one to grab, you know, kind of reference yourself. But yeah, it's a good idea to kind of separate all your hardware to tell them apart and stuff. But yeah, let's get to work. All right, so we've got the winch plate on. It's still loose right now, but there's two of these like metal backing plates that go. You can see that tab right there. You're gonna hold it with your fingers there, hold it in there, and then grab yourself some help. I've got my brother-in-law. He's in the garage in there. One of you guys hold this thing up because this is heavy. One of you guys hold this up, and the other one just fish these bolts through. I just wanted to make a quick video just to kind of give you guys some pointers on the hardware here. So there's a whole bunch of these large washers. So all these washers are going to be used for the bigger bolts. And then you've got these smaller ones. There's 4 smaller ones that are already being used with the winch plate. And then there's these 2 smaller ones as well. Just to make things easier for you guys, each and every bolt will go like this. So it's bolt, lock washer, then washer. And each and every one, at least all these gold ones, are that way. So we got bolt, lock washer, then washer. So these actually look like these, but they're slightly shorter. And then if you count them, there's actually 10 of them, and 10 there's 10 holes for the bumper assembly to assemble. So we're gonna assemble the one part there and the one part there, and then if you look on the side, there's 5 holes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes. So that's 10 holes total. So we've got 10 bolts. So to put these two together, this piece and that piece, what I'm gonna do is I've got this setup right here is gonna go in, and then on the other side, we've got 10 bolts right here, or 10 nuts, whatever these are called. So it's gonna be like this. So it's gonna go in through one side, and then this through the other side. So that'll be the sequence. So yep. And then if you count these, there's 6 of these. So these 6, I'm assuming, are what's gonna go into these holes right here, since there's 6 holes. And then as far as these smaller ones, I haven't figured those out just yet. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a quick pointer. All right, back to our time lapse. All right guys, so here is the bumper pretty much assembled. Got the 3 main components stuck to each other, and then got that little bar up top. All right, so to get these together, we talked about this, there's 10 holes. I'm almost thinking to just get this welded together, like all 3 pieces at some point. Might be a good idea. I'm guessing they have them separate just for shipping purposes. But anyways, just to show you guys how I have them. All right, so I've got Bolt, lock washer, washer, and then on this side we got the washer and the nut. They're 18s, so I went ahead and you grab 18 on this side, 18 on that side, go ahead and secure it. And then to get this bar up top secure, they supplied me with these 13 mil. I think they're 13 or 12 because the 13 started slipping a little bit, but I'm pretty sure they're 13. Yeah, so you're gonna go ahead and here, let me get the flashlight on. There we go, that's better. But yeah, in the instructions, these bolts are gold, and it was kind of confusing because I had these black ones and I was like, where do these go? But assuming there were 4 of them and there's only these 4 holes left that would pretty much fit these bolts, I assume that's where they go, and I'm guessing they're black to kind of blend in with the bumper, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah, 13 millimeter, we got the bolt, the lock washer, then a washer, and then on the other side it's just a locking nut to secure it. But yeah, now we're gonna go ahead and secure that winch plate a little bit better. One thing I did notice is that, now I'm not sure, I do have a winch on my trailer, but I don't want to take that one off. At some point I'm gonna get a winch here, but I don't know if that's enough space. Yeah, I guess we'll figure that out when we get a winch. I'm not gonna drive around with a winch right now, I don't need it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and secure those 4 bolts, and then we're gonna get the bumper on. And just for the sake of time, I don't think I have time to put the sensors on. I think we'll save that for a separate video. For now, I just have the sensors still on the bumper here. I wanna see if I could paint them black, or maybe order black ones if they're fairly cheap, because right now they're silver. Silver. So yeah, we'll keep the sensors for a separate video. Let's go ahead and get the bumper on. I'm going to see if I can possibly, I don't know how these trucks work, the canvas system, if I could possibly wire my factory fog light switch to the actual fogs. I know it's a little bit cringe because some of you guys are gonna hate on me for rocking cube lights as fog lights. Either that, or I still have my wiring for the LED bar that I had previously. So I'm definitely going to use the wiring possibly for the middle cube lights, so 1 and 2, and then if I get a bar that goes there, there we go, that looks better. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna get a bar in here. You can see it's got mounting brackets, one there, on there. But yeah, I'm eager to get this on, so let's go ahead and get that on. All right, guys, so this is pretty much it. I've got the center lights wired up just because I had an existing wire for the, I had an existing switch for the light bar that was on my wheel bar. I took the light bar off thinking it would fit in the middle, but it's actually a little too long. Obviously, I'm gonna need a winch at some point. It was kind of a struggle to get it lined up with the frame rails, but with some persistence, it's on. Feels pretty solid. Got the D-rings. Here, let's turn on the light. Let's see how it looks. And then I cut the fender liner a little bit. So whatever was sticking out of here, I just went ahead and cut it. If you guys want to see. This fender liner is kind of trashed anyways. It's probably gonna fall out. But you can see I just kind of cut it that way. Did the same thing on the other side. Kind of sticks in a little bit, but that might be the truck. This truck has been worked on before, so yeah, there it is. I am a little disappointed that, you know, like I was saying in the beginning of the video, that they didn't provide me with these pod lights. These are lights that I had sitting around in my pole barn. I was gonna go ahead and use these for the rear bumper. I was gonna put them in the rear bumper, but they fit here. So hopefully the seller gets back to me and, you know, makes things right. But yeah, here it is, guys. Let's see how it looks from there. Boom. All right. Let's see, let's get to it from here. Let's see how it sticks from the side. Doesn't stick out that bad at all. All right, let's see what happens because I have the sensors. Might throw a check engine light just because I have the fog lights and sensors disconnected. Let's see what happens. Ignore the service airbag, that's from before. Let's see it. I'm just gonna turn off the fog lights for now. Parking sensor in the front is off. So far, no check engine light, so we'll see when I go to drive it what happens. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool, guys. All right, guys, so thank you guys for watching. That's pretty much my install video for the day. I'm probably gonna install the sensors in a different video. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. Shout out Hook Road. Hopefully the seller gets back to me and makes things right. But yeah. All right, we'll see you guys in the next video.